Hello students, myself Jinalisha welcomes you on behalf of Saraswat International Academy. Today I will begin with the next part of the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants. Students, we know that there are mainly three vegetative organs of the plant. They are root, stem and leaf. In the previous videos we have studied regarding the root and stem in detail. Today we will begin with the next vegetative organ and that is the leaf. So what is leaf? It is a green, flat, thin, expanded lateral appendage which is born at a node. So basically it is a green colored organ which is usually flat and thin, and it is expanded part which is normally developed from the node part of the stem. It is lateral, flattened structure borne on the stem. It develops at the node and it bears a bud in its axil. Suppose this is a stem, this is a node part. Say for example this structure is node. So here it will develop a leaf. Now wherever this region is there, this portion is called as what? This portion is called an axil. So here there will be the presence of the bud, and the axillary bud will later form what? It will form the branch of a tree. The leaves originate from the shoot apical meristem, that is at the node portion there will be the meristematic tissue. We know that plant tissues are broadly divided into two. One is the meristematic tissues and another one is permanent tissues. It is the meristematic tissues whose cells have the capacity to divide and form the new cells. So as the node possesses the meristematic tissue, it is capable of forming what? A leaf. Now, how are leaves arranged? They are arranged in acropetal manner. So, what do you mean by that arrangement? It means that the young leaves occur at the apex portion and the old leaves they occur at the basal portion. Say for example, this is a stem. यहाँ पे leaves का development हो रहा है. Say for example, these are the leaves formed. Okay. So, what do you mean by acropetal arrangement? ये जो बेजल लीव्स होंगे वो कैसे होंगे? ओल्डेस्ट लीव्स होंगे. एंड जैसे जैसे ऊपर की तरफ या एपेक्स की तरफ जाओगे, सो विच टाइप ऑफ लीव्स दे विल बी यंगर. सो एट द बेजल पोर्शन द लीव्स आर ओल्डर and at the apex portion the leaves are younger. Such arrangement is called as an acropetal order, which means the young leaves occur at the apex portion and the old leaves occur at the basal portion. They are the most important vegetative organs for the photosynthesis. So, leaf is a vegetative organ which participate in the process of photosynthesis. So, basically the food requirements of the plant are completed by the process of photosynthesis, and this photosynthesis occurs in the leaves. Now, the parts of the leaf. When we talk about the parts of a leaf, so a typical leaf can be divided into three main parts. The first part is the leaf base, which is called as hypopodium, petiole, which is also called as mesopodium, and lamina, which is also called as epipodium or the leaf blade. So, typically a leaf consists of three parts: leaf base, petiole and the lamina. So, now we will study each part in detail. So, first of all, the leaf base, which is also called as hypopodium. So, what is leaf base? So, basal part of the leaf by which it is attached to the stem, it is called as a leaf base. So, part of the leaf which is attached to the stem, it is called as a leaf base. Say for example, this is a stem, right? Now, this is a leaf attached to the stem. So, this portion is called as what? Leaf base. So, leaf base is a part of a leaf which is attached to the stem. The leaf is attached to the stem by leaf base. It may bear two lateral small leaf-like structures on its either side called as stipules. Listen very carefully. Say for example ये stem है, ये stem के ऊपर leaf का development हुआ है. This part is called as what? It is called as a leaf base. Now leaf base के lateral side पे small leaf-like structures are developed. On the lateral side of the leaf base, two small leaf-like structures are developed. These leaf-like structures developed are called as the stipules. What are these structures called as? These structures are called as the stipules. So what are stipules? The small leaf-like structures developed on the either side, यानी कि दो साइड पे डेवलप होता है. किसके साइड्स पे? लीफ बेस के. व्हाट आर दोज स्मॉल लीफ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर कॉल्ड एज स्टिप्यूल्स. नाउ the leaf which possess the stipule, it is called as a stipulate leaf, and those leaves which are without stipule, they are called as the ex-stipulate leaves. So those leaves which contain stipule are stipulate leaves, and those which are without stipule, they are called as the ex-stipulate leaves. Now when we talk about the monocots, the leaf base, it expands into a sheath covering the stem partially or wholly. So monocots का जो leaf base होता है, basically that leaf base it expands. Say for example this is a stem, ये leaf base है. Suppose this portion is a leaf base. So this leaf base it expands and it either completely or partially covers the stem. So that is in grasses and monocots, the leaf base it is broad and it surrounds the stem as an envelope. So monocots and grasses में क्या condition है कि जो leaf base होता है वो बहुत broad होता है and पूरी stem को वो cover कर देता है. Such leaf base are called as the sheathing leaf base. They cover the stem like a sheath. The leaf base are such broad structures that they cover the stem like a sheath. Such leaf base are called as the sheathing leaf base. Whereas students, in leguminous plants, the leaf base becomes swollen and that swollen leaf base is called as the pulvinus. So जो leguminous plant है जैसे pea plant है, so उनमें जो leaf base होता है वो कैसा होता है? swollen होता है, and the swollen leaf base are called as the pulvinus. So in monocots and grasses, the leaf base it is very broad, it is highly expanded and it covers the stem like a sheath, like an envelope. Such leaf base are called as sheathing leaf base. Whereas in legumes, the leaf base is swollen and the swollen leaf bases are called as the pulvinus. Now, the next organ of the, or you can say next part of the leaf, it is petiole or also called as mesopodium. So basically, the petiole or a leaf stalk is a cylindrical structure of a leaf which joins the lamina to the base. So basically सबने leaf देखा है, leaf में एक stalk रहता है. That stalk is called as the petiole. Say for example this is a stem, this is a leaf. Okay. So this part is called as what? This part is called as the petiole. This part is called as the lamina and ये नीचे वाला portion क्या है? Base. So basically this cylindrical structure which joins the lamina of the leaf to the base of the leaf, what is it called as? Petiole. Now there are some leaves which do not have the petiole, वो directly stem पे ही होते हैं. So the leaf with a petiole is called as petiolate leaf and one which is without petiole it is called as a sessile leaf. सी यहाँ पे स्टॉक नहीं है, ये स्टेम है एंड ये स्टेम पे डायरेक्टली लीफ बना है, यहाँ पे स्टॉक नहीं है. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ लीफ इज कॉल्ड एज विच टाइप ऑफ लीफ? इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ sessile leaf, and those which have the petiole, it is called as a petiolate leaf. Now what is the function of the petiole? It helps to hold the blade to the light. Blade यानी lamina, जो leaf blade यानी lamina. So it keeps the position, or basically it arranges the blade or lamina in such a way that it receives the light to carry out the process of photosynthesis. Long, thin, flexible petioles, they also allow the leaf blades to flutter in the wind, thereby cooling the leaf and bringing the fresh air to the leaf surface. Those leaves which have the long petioles, they flutter in the wind, and as they flutter in the wind, by the cooling effect, they bring the fresh air to the surface of the leaf. So that is regarding the next part of the leaf, that is petiole. Now the next part is the lamina, or called as epipodium, or also called as the leaf blade. So what is lamina? जो leaf का main part है, that is the lamina. So lamina, it is normally flat, thin, broad and conspicuous structure where all the functions of the leaf are carried out. Leaf का जो भी function है वो कौन करने वाला है? lamina. So basically ये part कैसा है? जो flat है, thin है and conspicuous है, यानी easily हम देख सकते हैं. That part is called as the lamina, कि जहाँ पे लीफ की ईच एंड एवरी एक्टिविटी होती है. The lamina or the leaf blade, it is green expanded part of the leaf with veins and veinlets which contain the vascular tissues. So lamina के पास क्या होता है? Veins होती है. You all have seen the leaf. Say for example, this is a leaf. This part is which part? This part is the lamina. अभी ये लेमिना के अंदर क्या होती है? वेन्स होती है. एज वेल एज ये वेन्स की जो ब्रांचिंग होती है, ये छोटी वेन्स जिसको बोलते हैं वेनलेट्स. सो व्हाट द लेमिना कंसिस्ट ऑफ? इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ वेन्स एंड वेनलेट्स. एंड ये वेन्स एंड वेनलेट्स के अंदर क्या होते हैं? वस्कुलर टिश्यूज, और यू कैन से कंडक्टिंग टिश्यूज, के जहाँ पे जाइलम एंड फ्लोएम होते हैं. So lamina consists of vein and veinlets which consist of the vascular tissue. Lamina is a seat of photosynthesis, gaseous exchange, transpiration and most of the metabolic reactions of the plant. Lamina का काम क्या है? So leaf photosynthesis करता है, तो ये photosynthesis होता कहाँ पे है? Lamina. Then gaseous exchange, यानी कि एक्सचेंज ऑफ ऑक्सीजन एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, ये भी कहाँ पे होता है? लेमिना पे. ट्रांसपिरेशन, लॉस ऑफ द वाटर फ्रॉम द प्लांट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द वाटर वेपर, ये भी कौन करता है? लेमिना. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द प्लांट दे अकर इन द लेमिना. अभी आई टोल्ड दैट इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ वेन्स एंड वेनलेट्स. सो जो मिडल प्रोमिनेंट वेन होती है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? मिडरिब. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस इज अ लीफ. ये लीफ की जो मिडल वेन होती है, दिस वेन इज प्रोमिनेंट. यस. सो दिस वेन इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? इट इज कॉल्ड एज द मिडरिब. व्हाट इज इट कॉल्ड एज? इट इज कॉल्ड एज द मिडरिब. Now what is the function of the veins? They provide the rigidity to the leaf blade. They act as the channel to transport water, minerals and food materials. I told you, veins and veinlet consist of vascular tissues. Vascular tissues कौन से होते हैं? Xylem and phloem. Xylem क्या conduct करता है? Water and minerals. And phloem क्या conduct करता है? So food materials. So as veins consist of the vascular tissue, they play the important role, or they act as the channel, they act as the path through which water, minerals and food materials get transported. The shape, margin, apex, surface and extent of the incision of the lamina varies in different leaves. Okay, suppose ये lamina है, okay, तो ये lamina incised है यानी कि dissected है या नहीं. Dissected है तो कहाँ तक उसका incision पहुँच रहा है. So that varies in the different kind of the leaves. So these are the three main parts of the leaf: leaf base, then the petiole and the lamina. See students, this is a diagram. This part is a stem. This part is called as a leaf base. See students, this is a leaf base. This stalked structure is called as petiole and this part is called as the lamina. अभी ये देखो कि lamina कैसा है, इंसाइज्ड है, डाइसेक्टेड है, राइट. नाउ ये जो देखो लीफ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है, दिस लीफ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर इज कॉल्ड एज द स्टिप्यूल. एंड जहाँ पे एंगल बनाता है वहाँ पे बर्ड है एंड दैट बर्ड इज कॉल्ड एज द एक्सिलरी बर्ड. नाउ सी स्टूडेंट्स, हियर you can see all the parts of the leaf. This is a leaf base which is called as hypopodium. These are the stipules. This is a petiole which is called as the mesopodium. This is the axillary bud. This is the vein. This vein is the midrib. Then this portion, tip portion is called as the leaf apex. Then the outer boundary is called as the margin. Then inside it are the veins and this complete part is called as what? Lamina or the epipodium. So these are the different parts of the leaf. Now the next topic related to leaf is venation. Now I told you that within the lamina veins are present. So how are those veins arranged in the leaf? That arrangement is called as what? Venation. So the arrangement of veins and veinlets in the lamina of the leaf is termed as venation. We know that lamina consists of the veins and veinlets. So how are these veins and veinlets arranged? Their arrangement is called as the venation. Now broadly there are two types of venation. One is reticulate venation and another one is the parallel venation. So what is reticulate venation? जब veinlets, say for example this is a leaf, right? This is the main vein which is called as the midrib. अभी midrib में से veinlets निकलती है, दूसरी छोटी छोटी veins निकलती है, right? So when the veinlets they form the network like structure, यानी कि they are irregularly distributed. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि वेनलेट्स कैसी है, irregularly distributed है, they are forming a network like structure. Then such a venation is called as a reticulate venation. Are you getting my point students? When the veins are arranged, when the veinlets are arranged in the network like structure, that is they are irregularly arranged, they are irregularly distributed, then it is called as the reticulate venation. Whereas when the veins, say for example this is a leaf, यहाँ पे veins है, ये सब veins, how are they arranged? They are arranged in the parallel manner. They all run parallel to each other. यानी network like structure is not formed. Then such venation is called as the parallel venation. So what is parallel venation? जब veins जो होती है, they are arranged parallel to each other and they do not form the network like structure, then that venation is called as the parallel venation. When we talk about the leaves of dicot, they possess the reticulate venation, whereas the monocots they possess the parallel venation. अब सबने मेज लीफ देखी होगी, राइट? सो मेज लीफ आपने देखा, उसके अंदर जो वेन्स होती है वो कैसी होती है? पैरेलल. क्यों? क्योंकि दे आर मोनोकॉट्स. वेरेज जो डाइकॉट्स होते हैं सनफ्लावर लीफ के कोई, उनमें कौन सा विनेशन होता है? रेटिकुलेट विनेशन. रेटिकुलेट विनेशन यानी द वेनलेट्स आर अरेंज्ड इन द network like structure, that is they are irregularly distributed. What is that called as? Reticulate venation. So that is regarding venation, which means the arrangement of the veins and veinlets in the lamina of the leaf. See students, here you can see this is a reticulate venation. देखो यहाँ पे ये मिड वेन है, ये मिड वेन की ब्रांचेज है, ये ब्रांचेस की ये फर्दर ब्रांचेज है. सो कैसा स्ट्रक्चर बना रहा है? नेटवर्क लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, इरेग्युलर अरेंजमेंट है. वेरेज हियर सी स्टूडेंट्स, ये मिड वेन है, ये दूसरी वेन्स भी कैसे है? पैरेलल अरेंजमेंट है. दे आर नॉट फॉर्मिंग द नेटवर्क लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. सो सच अरेंजमेंट इज कॉल्ड एज द पैरेलल venation. Now students, types of the leaves. So there are basically two types of the leaf. One is the simple leaf and another one is the compound leaf. How many types of leaves are there? Two. So first of all, the simple leaf. So what is a simple leaf? When can we say that whether a leaf is a simple or a compound leaf? So leaf is said to be simple when its lamina is entire or when in size the incisions do not touch the midrib. Say for example, ये एक leaf है, okay, and ये एक दूसरा leaves है, okay. Now ये दोनों leaf की ये midrib है. So देखो, ये वाला जो leaf है, ये first वाला जो leaf है, उसका लेमिना कैसा है? एंटायर है. इट इज़ नॉट इंसाइज्ड, कोई भी कट्स इसमें नहीं है. ये दूसरा वाला लीफ है, उसमें इंसिशंस है, राइट, इसमें ये कट्स है, लेकिन ये इंसिशंस ये मिडरिब तक नहीं पहुंच रहे हैं. आर द इंसिशंस रीचिंग द मिडरिब? नो. देन सच टाइप ऑफ लीफ इज सेड टू बी विच टाइप ऑफ लीफ? It is said to be a simple leaf. So what is a simple leaf? A leaf whose lamina is entire, or if it is incised, then the incisions do not reach the midrib nor it reach the tip of the petiole. ये petiole का tip है, यहाँ तक भी incisions आए नहीं है. Then such leaves are called as which type of leaf? Simple leaf. Now students, when the incisions of the lamina reach up to the midrib, breaking it into number of leaflets, then such a leaf is called as a compound leaf. So now what is a compound leaf? I will explain you. Say for example, this is a leaf, right? ये लीफ का पिटियोल है, ये लीफ की मिडरिब है. नाउ से फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये सिंपल लीफ है, ओके. नाउ कंपाउंड लीफ क्या होता है, हम लोग वो देखने वाले हैं. नाउ ये वाला जो लीफ है, ये उसके अंदर इंसिशंस है, राइट. दिस इंसिशंस आर रीचिंग वेयर? दे आर रीचिंग द midrib. Where are these incisions reaching? These incisions are reaching the midrib, and thus whole leaf is divided into small leaflets. So such leaves are called as which type of leaf? Compound leaf. कि जहाँ पे incisions कहाँ तक जा रही है. So say for example, you all have seen the neem. नीम में आपने देखा होगा कि यहाँ पे ये leaflets होते हैं, right? So such leaves are called as which type of leaves? They are called as the compound leaf. Now ये compound leaf यहाँ पे ये midrib पे पहुँचा है. In certain cases ये tip of the petiole है. This part is tip of the petiole. So incisions they reach the tip of the petiole. So based on that there are two types of the compound leaf. इंसिशंस मिडरिब तक जा रहे हैं या टिप ऑफ द पिटियोल पे आ रहे हैं. ऑन दैट बेसिस द कंपाउंड लीफ आर ब्रॉडली डिवाइडेड इनटू टू टाइप्स. सो अंडरस्टूड स्टूडेंट्स, व्हाट इज अ कंपाउंड लीफ? व्हेन द इंसिशंस ऑफ द लेमिना reach up to the midrib, breaking it into number of leaflets, it is called a compound leaf. Now a bud is present in the axil of the petiole in both compound and simple leaf, but not in the axil of the leaflet of the compound leaf. It means there is only one axillary bud in the axil of a whole compound leaf. See students, अभी I am telling कि where bud is present, ये simple leaf है, right? So simple leaf में यहाँ पे तो bud होने ही वाला है. But now compound leaf कितने टाइप के हैं? एक तो ये वाला टाइप है एंड एक ये वाला भी कंपाउंड लीफ है, राइट? देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ द कंपाउंड लीव्स. विच आर दोज? के वन के जहाँ पे द इंसिशंस आर रीचिंग द टिप ऑफ द पिट्यूल एंड अनदर वन वेयर द इंसिशंस आर प्रेजेंट इन द मिड रिब. ओके, कि जहाँ पे इंसिशंस कहाँ तक गए? मिड रिब तक गए. ओके, ये वाला पार्ट पिट्यूल है. नाउ दिस इज द स्टेम एंड ये वाला पार्ट पिट्यूल है. सो ये जो कंपाउंड लीफ है यहाँ पे ही सिर्फ बर्ड होगा. जहाँ पे लीफलेट्स है वहाँ पे बर्ड नहीं होगा. से यहाँ पे ये पिट्यूल है. सो एक्सिलरी बर्ड कहाँ पे है? यहाँ पे ही है. ये जो उनके लीफलेट्स होते हैं, दैट लीफलेट्स डू नॉट कंटेन द एक्सिलरी बर्ड. So a bud is present in the axil of the petiole in both simple and compound leaf, but they are not present in the axils of the leaflets of the compound leaf. Now compound leaves may be of two types. First is pinnately compound leaf. Okay, the number of leaflets are present on common axis rachis, which represents the midrib of the leaf as in the neem. So जब जो leaflets है वो कहाँ पे अरेंज्ड है? रेचिस, जिसको हम बोलते हैं मिड रिब. कंपाउंड लीफ में मिड रिब को क्या बोलते हैं? रेचिस. सो से फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज रेचिस एंड यहाँ पे अगर लीफलेट्स प्रेजेंट है देन सच लीफ इज कॉल्ड एज अ पिनेटली कंपाउंड लीफ. एंड if the leaflets are attached at a common point, that is at the tip of the petiole, it is called as the palmately compound. See, all the leaflets they have the common point. ये सब leaflet एक ही point पे से develop होते हैं. So that common point is petiole, tip of the petiole. Then such a leaf is called as the palmately compound leaf. So compound leaf कितने टाइप के हैं? दो टाइप के, pinnate and palmate. What is pinnate? कि जहाँ पे leaflets कहाँ पे arranged है? Midrib पे. This is a midrib and यहाँ पे leaflets arranged है. So if the leaflets are arranged on the midrib, then it is called as the pinnately compound leaf. And if the leaflets are arranged at the tip of the petiole, then it is called as the palmately compound leaf. Example of pinnate compound leaf is a neem, and that of the palmate compound leaf it is silk cotton. So these are the two types of the leaf. See students, here you can see this is a neem and this is silk cotton. Neem is a pinnately compound leaf. देखो यहाँ पे ये रेचिस है एंड ये रेचिस के ऊपर क्या अरेंज है? लीफलेट्स. एंड सिल्क कॉटन में देखो ये कॉमन पॉइंट है कि जहाँ पे सब लीफलेट्स बने हैं. सो व्हाट इज दैट लीफ कॉल्ड एज? palmately compound leaf. Now students, next topic is phyllotaxy. So students, it is a Greek word. Phylon it means leaf and taxis it means arrangement. So basically what is phyllotaxy? Arrangement of the leaves. Now leaves कहाँ पे होते हैं? Either on stem or on the branches. So what is phyllotaxy? So phyllotaxy is the pattern of arrangement of the leaves on the stem or the branch. How are leaf arranged on the stem? What is the mode of arrangement of the leaves? So that is called as the phyllotaxy. Now usually there are three types of phyllotaxy. One is alternate, another one is opposite, and lastly it is whorled. How many types of phyllotaxy are there? Three. Which are those? Alternate, opposite and whorled. So now what is alternate? In alternate type of phyllotaxy, a single leaf arises at each node in alternate manner. So what is alternate phyllotaxy? Say for example ये stem है. Now ये stem का node है कि जहाँ पे leaf arrange है. So एक node में से एक ही leaf बनेगा and each leaf will be arranged in the alternate manner. See students, यहाँ पे node है, एक ही leaf बना, ये right side पे बना. Now then it is formed on left side, then again on the right side, then again on the left side. सो अल्टरनेट यानी एक ही लीफ एक नोड पे बनेगा, and then they each leaf they are arranged in which manner? Alternate manner. So that type of phyllotaxy is called as the alternate type. It is found in China rose, mustard, sunflower plants, etc. The second type is opposite type. Opposite यानी क्या? So basically a pair of leaf they occur at each node. Suppose ये node है and ये node पे pair of leaves यानी कितने leaves हो गए? 2. And these two leaves they are arranged in opposite. एक right side पे है, एक left side पे है. So at a node if two leaves arises and these two leaves they are arranged in opposite side, then what is that called as? Opposite type of the phyllotaxy. So what is opposite type? A pair of leaves arise at each node and lie opposite to each other. Example calotropis and guava plants. अल्टरनेट में क्या था? एक नोड पे से एक ही लीफ निकलते थे. एंड हाउ वर द लीफ अरेंज? इन द अल्टरनेट मैनर. अपोजिट में क्या होता है? एक नोड पे से 2 लीफ निकलते हैं एंड दिस 2 लीव्स दे लाई अपोजिट टू ईच अदर. एंड फाइनली द वर्ल्ड फाइलोटैक्सी. वर्ल्ड यानी क्लस्टर, क्लस्टर यानी ग्रुप, राइट. सो सपोज इफ एट द नोड, ये नोड है, राइट, ये नोड पे मोर देन 2 लीव्स निकलते हैं. दिस इज अनदर नोड. सो हियर if at node more than 2 leaves arise, then such and form a whirl yani cluster, group, then such type of phyllotaxy is called as the whorled phyllotaxy as found in Alstonia. So students, there are 3 types of the arrangement of the leaves. Alternate ke jahan pe single leaf arise at node and they are arranged in the alternate manner. Opposite where a pair of leaves arise at a node and they lie opposite to each other. And in the world there are more than 2 leaves arising from a node and they form a whorl, they form a cluster. Then what is that phyllotaxy called as? Whorled phyllotaxy. So students, see students, this is a diagram. Alternate. देखो ये नोड पे एक ही है, ये नोड पे एक ही है. Then again right left right left right left, alternate they are arranged. Then such type of phyllotaxy is alternate. गुआवा में अपोजिट. देखो एक नोड पे 2 लीव्स है एंड दे लाई अपोजिट टू ईच अदर. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज विच टाइप ऑफ phyllotaxy? अपोजिट. एंड इन अल्स्टोनिया यू कैन सी स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज एन अल्स्टोनिया. ये एक नोड है जिस पे बहुत सारे लीव्स निकले हैं. ये दूसरा नोड है कि जहाँ पे बहुत सारे लीव्स है. सो सच टाइप ऑफ phyllotaxy इज कॉल्ड एज वर्ल्ड. वर्ल्ड यानी एट अ नोड मोर देन 2 लीव्स अराइज एंड दे फॉर्म अ वर्ल्ड. Then such type of phyllotaxy is called as the whorled phyllotaxy. Clear students? So phyllotaxy is the arrangement of the leaves on the stem or the branches. Now students, modifications of the leaves. So leaves are often modified to perform functions other than the photosynthesis. They are converted into tendrils for climbing as in peas or into spines for defense as in cacti. So basically leaf का main function क्या है? photosynthesis है. But apart from carrying out the photosynthesis, they also perform some other functions. Say for example, in certain plants like peas, the leaves are converted into tendrils. We know that tendrils are wiry structure which twine around the support and help the plant in climbing. So they are helpful for climbing. Tendrils play the role in climbing. Whereas in certain cases they are also converted into pointed structure called as spines, as in the case of the cacti, right? So they may be converted into tendrils as in peas, or they may be converted into the spines for defense. Defense yani protection. Protection from what? Protection from the grazing animals. Then the leaves of the onion and garlic, they store food, and what are they called as? Fleshy leaves. So fleshy leaves of onion and garlic, they store the food. In some plants like Australian acacia, leaves कैसे होते हैं? Small and short-lived होते हैं. In Australian acacia, the leaves are small and short-lived. Okay, leaves short-lived है तो photosynthesis कम period के लिए होगा. So यहाँ पे क्या होता है? So in such plants, the petioles they expand, they become green and synthesize the food. सो ऑस्ट्रेलियन अकेशिया में क्या होता है? नॉर्मल जो लीव्स होते हैं वो कैसे होते हैं? दे आर स्मॉल एंड दे आर शॉर्ट लिव्ड. ओके, सो यहाँ पे लीव्स का काम किसी और को तो करना ही पड़ेगा. सो इन दिस केसेस व्हाट हैपन्स, उनकी जो पिटियोल होती है, दिस पिटियोल्स दे एक्सपांड, दे बिकम ग्रीन एंड दे सिंथेसाइज द फूड. सो व्हेन पिटियोल्स यानी कि दे petioles carry out the process of photosynthesis. Normally photosynthesis कौन करता है? Lamina करता है. But in the Australian acacia lamina short lived होता है. So वहाँ पे जो petiole रहता है वो कैसा होता है? Expanded होता है, green होता है and it will carry out the process of photosynthesis. So when petioles carry out the process of photosynthesis, what is it called as? It is called as the phyllodes. So when petioles they carry out photosynthesis, it is called as the phyllodes. Now, students, in the certain insectivorous plants like pitcher plant called as the Venus flytrap, they have the organs which help to catch the insects. सो ये जो ऑर्गन्स जो इंसेक्ट्स को कैच करते हैं, दे आर मॉडिफाइड लीव्स. सो इंसेक्टिवोरस, दे आर द प्लांट्स विच फीड इंसेक्ट्स, जो इंसेक्ट्स को ट्रैप करते हैं ना. अपने को ये क्वेश्चन आता है कि ये इंसेक्ट्स ट्रैप करके प्लांट करते क्या होगे? सो बेसिकली दे कैच द इंसेक्ट्स, दे डाइजेस्ट देम and absorb its nitrogen to fulfill their nitrogen requirement. So basically insectivorous plant insects को trap करते हैं. ट्रैप करके वो इंसेक्ट को डाइजेस्ट कर देंगे. इंसेक्ट को डाइजेस्ट करेंगे यानी उनका प्रोटीन डाइजेस्ट होगा. प्रोटीन डाइजेस्ट होगा यानी फाइनली क्या बनेगा? अमाइनो एसिड्स. एंड ये अमाइनो एसिड्स में क्या होता है? नाइट्रोजन. So plants, in order to fulfill their nitrogen requirement, certain plants they develop the organs जो insects को trap करने के लिए और digest करने के लिए helpful होते हैं. So ये जो organs होते हैं, these organs are what? They are the modified leaves. So leaves of certain insectivorous plants such as pitcher plant, Venus flytrap are also modified leaves. क्या होते हैं? उनमें इंसेक्ट कैचिंग ऑर्गन्स होते हैं. They catch the insect, digest them and absorb its nitrogen to fulfill their nitrogen requirement. So these are the certain modifications of the leaves. See students, in the pea plant there is a tendril. ये आप वायरी स्ट्रक्चर्स देख रहे हो, ये सपोर्ट के अराउंड ट्वाइन हो जाएगा. And it will help the provide the support to the plant and help in climbing. अभी ये कैक्टस में देखो, लीव्स दे आर सपोर्ट कन्वर्टेड इनटू स्पाइंस. स्पाइंस क्या करता है? प्रोटेक्शन देता है. एंड देन देर इज़ अनियन के जहाँ पे लीव्स फ्लैशी होते हैं, स्टोरेज कर फूड को स्टोर करते हैं. सो दिस आर सर्टन एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ द मॉडिफिकेशंस ऑफ द लीव्स. सो दैट इज रिगार्डिंग द leaves. In leaves we have studied its general characteristics. We have studied the leaf parts which are petiole, leaf base and lamina. Then we have studied the arrangement of the veins by the process called as venation. Two types, reticulate and parallel. Then we have also studied the two types of the leaf, simple and compound. And compound is further divided into palmate and pinnate. Then we have studied arrangement of the leaves by the process called as phyllotaxy. And there are three types. One is the opposite, another one is alternate, and lastly whorled. And finally we have studied the modifications of the leaf के जहाँ पे apart from carrying out photosynthesis, in certain cases they carry out the other additional functions too. Now students, the next topic we are going to study is the inflorescence. So basically inflorescence is now related to the flowers. It is related to the arrangement of the flowers. How are flowers arranged on the stem or on the axis? That arrangement is called as the inflorescence. आज हमने आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक में जितना पार्ट दिया है वो देखेंगे. इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो हम देखेंगे कि इनफ्लोरेसेंस आर ऑफ वेरियस टाइप्स. सो उसका जो फर्दर डिवीजन है, आपकी बुक में सिंपल 2 ही डिविजन्स दिखाए हैं. जो सब डिविजन्स है वी विल स्टडी इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इनफ्लोरेसेंस. Now what is a flower? It is a modified shoot wherein the shoot apical meristem changes to the floral meristem. So what is a flower? It is a modified shoot. वो shoot ही है कि जहाँ पे जो एपिकल मेरिस्टम होता है वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है? फ्लोरल मेरिस्टम में. बाद में वो क्या डेवलप करेगा? फ्लावर्स का प्रोडक्शन करेगा. So a flower, it is a modified shoot where the shoot apical meristem changes to the floral meristem. अभी जब फ्लोरल मेरिस्टम में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा then the internodes do not elongate and the axis get condensed. जैसे ही शूट एपिकल मेरिस्टम फ्लोरल मेरिस्टम में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा तो इंटरनोड्स यानी कि बेसिकली लेंथ इंक्रीज होगी नहीं. The apex produces different kinds of floral appendages laterally at the successive nodes instead of the leaves. Now normally nodes पे किसका प्रोडक्शन होता है? लीव्स का प्रोडक्शन होता है. बट जैसे ही शूट मेरिस्टम फ्लोरल मेरिस्टम में कन्वर्ट होता है सो इंस्टेड ऑफ लीव्स वहाँ पे क्या बनेगा? फ्लावर का प्रोडक्शन होगा. When a shoot tip modifies into a flower, it is always solitary. Say for example ये shoot है, ये उसका tip portion है. So जब ये tip portion flower में convert होता है तो वो flower always single ही होता है, यानी tip पे सिर्फ एक ही flower का production हो सकता है. And then that flower is called as the solitary. The arrangement of the flowers on the floral axis is termed as inflorescence. So how are the flowers arranged on the floral axis? Their arrangement is called as inflorescence. Depending on whether the apex get converted into flower or continues to grow, 2 major types of inflorescences are defined. See what is it said? ये शूट अपेक्स है. नाउ ये शूट अपेक्स किस में कन्वर्ट हो चुका है? फ्लोरल एक्सिस में कन्वर्ट हो चुका है क्योंकि वो फ्लावर्स का प्रोडक्शन करने वाला है. नाउ ये जो फ्लोरल एक्सिस है ये फ्लावर में कन्वर्ट होता है या फिर ये जो एक्सिस है, ये जो एपिकल पोर्शन है वो फ्लावर में कन्वर्ट नहीं हो रहा है बल्कि ये अपना ग्रोथ कंटिन्यूअसली कर रहा है. Based on that, there are 2 types of the inflorescence. One is racemose and another one is cymose. So first of all, what is racemose inflorescence? In racemose type of inflorescences, the main axis continues to grow. The flowers are borne laterally in an acropetal succession. So, what is the racemose inflorescence? ये शूट एक्सिस है. ओके ये शूट एक्सिस है, ये टिप पोर्शन है जहाँ पे एपिकल मेरिस्टम है. नाउ क्या होता है कि ये जो एपेक्स पोर्शन है वो फ्लावर में कन्वर्ट नहीं हो रहा है एंड क्या हो रहा है? ये वाला पार्ट कंटिन्यूअसली ग्रो हो रहा है. एंड जो फ्लावर का प्रोडक्शन होता है ये फ्लावर का प्रोडक्शन कहाँ पे होता है? दे आर डेवलप्ड ऑन द लेटरल साइड इन द एक्रोपेटल ऑर्डर. एक्रोपेटल ऑर्डर यानी बेस में जो लीफ फ्लावर्स हो गए वो कैसे हो गए? यंगेस्ट हो गए. एंड जैसे जैसे ऊपर जाते जाओगे वो फ्लावर्स कैसे हो गए? यंगेस्ट हो गए. बेस में ओल्डेस्ट हो गए, दिस आर द ओल्ड फ्लावर्स. एंड जैसे अपेक्स की तरफ पहुँचोगे तो ये कैसे है? यंग फ्लावर्स. यानी कि रेसिमोस इनफ्लोरेसेंस में ये होता है कि ये जो एपेक्स है वो लीफ में फ्लावर में मॉडिफाई नहीं होता है, ये कंटिन्यूअसली ग्रो होता रहता है। एंड जो फ्लावर्स का प्रोडक्शन होता है वो लेटरल साइड पे होता है इन अ विच मैनर, एक्रोपेटल मैनर, यानी कि बेसल लीफ जो होगे वो ओल्ड होगे एंड एपाइकल लीफ जो होगे वो कैसे होगे, यंग होगे। And the cymose type of inflorescence, which means the main axis terminates into the flower, hence it is limited in growth। यानी कि देखो यहाँ पे मैं आपको डायग्राम दिखा रही हूँ, ये मेन एक्सिस है, राइट। ये मेन एक्सिस किस में कन्वर्ट हो चुकी है, फ्लावर में कन्वर्ट हो चुकी है। एज मेन एक्सिस हैव बीन टर्मिनेट इनटू फ्लावर, ये एक्सिस का ग्रोथ होगा नहीं होगा। सो नाउ what happens, so in cymose inflorescence main axis terminates in the flower, whereas in racemose inflorescence main axis continues to grow and flowers are added on the lateral side in the acropetal order, whereas here ये जब फ्लावर में कन्वर्ट होता है, से फॉर एग्जांपल ये फ्लावर में कन्वर्ट होता है, बट ये जब फ्लावर में कन्वर्ट होता है उसके पहले ये नीचे की तरफ क्या बना देता है, दो ब्रांचेस बना देता है। क्या बना देता है, ब्रांचेस। ओके, ये ब्रांचेस भी इसकी टिप किस में कन्वर्ट होगी, फ्लावर में, एंड फिर वो दूसरी ब्रांचेस बनाते रहेंगे। इन दिस वे ये ब्रांचेस बनाते रहेगा। नाउ यहाँ पे जो फ्लावर्स का फॉर्मेशन होता है वो बेसिपेटल होता है, यानी कि बेसल पोर्शन में यंग लीव्स रहेंगे एंड अपर फ्लावर्स विल बी ओल्डर फ्लावर्स। विच टाइप ऑफ द अरेंजमेंट इट इज, बेसिपेटल। बेसिपेटल यानी बेसल फ्लावर्स विल बी यंग एंड द अपर फ्लावर्स विल बी ओल्ड। ये फ्लावर्स ओल्ड हो गए एंड ये उसके नीचे है वो कैसे रहेंगे, they will be the older one. Upper flowers will be older one and the basal flowers will be younger one. So that is regarding the cymose inflorescence. So what happens to floral axis, whether it terminates into flower or not, depending on that there are two types of the inflorescence. One is racemose and another one is cymose. In the racemose inflorescence main axis continues to grow and the flowers are formed on the lateral side and arranged in acropetal order, whereas in cymose type of inflorescence the main axis terminates into flower and the flowers they are formed in the basipetal order. So that is regarding the inflorescence. Students, what are the different types or what are the subdivisions of this inflorescence, we will study in the next lecture. I end my lecture here. Today we studied in detail regarding the leaf. In leaf we have studied the leaf parts, we have studied venation, we have studied types of leaf, we have studied phyllotaxy, we have studied the modifications of the leaves, and also we have studied in brief regarding the inflorescence. In the next lecture we will study in detail the inflorescence. Thank you students.